Hi everyone. Okay, a lot of people are busy right now, but anyway, we'll go ahead and start. Um, my name is Shridhar, and I'm the CEO and founder of Flyfish.ai. Flyfish is a generative AI platform for digital sales. I know there's a lot of talk that happened prior about AI, and you may be bored with all that. But I'm not going to talk a lot about AI. Instead, show you exactly what you can do with it right now, right here, especially to grow your business. Right. So that's the focus of my presentation. But before that, I want to tell you a small little story, which is very personal story. And I have a son who is just completed high school, and typically whenever he wants to buy something, he's like obviously like every other kid out there, is, gadget freak and so on. So he wanted to buy something. Whenever he wants to buy something, he would typically go to Google and then do a heavy research about that product, just like all of us, and then read customer reviews, make sense out of it, and go to user forums, sort of skim through it, figure out something here, and then look at various other product options, and finally somehow make a decision about what he wants to buy. And this time he wanted to buy a digital camera. He came and asked me. I said, yeah, you can, but do your research. And I was in the room, and instead of actually going to Google, this time he went to ChatGPT and started asking questions. And the previous world, you would just go and put digital camera or something, a few keywords, and it sort of gives you a million links. And then anyway, top links are usually ads. And I always told him ever since he was a child not to click on the ads, it's meaningless. And then also even the top clicks, some of the top links are even SEO optimized. That means somebody is paying for them to bubble up in your search. So look at carefully any of these results. That's I used to tell him that, right? So he knows that, and he doesn't do that. And now he goes to ChatGPT and says, I'm looking for a digital camera. I'm interested in wildlife photography, and I'm a beginner. I'm this, and he's explaining the entire thing right there in one sort of a small little paragraph. And then that's the context, and that's his nuance, and that ChatGPT gives him an advice right there and then what to buy and probably what kind of products you should look at, right? So that is the new consumer behavior which is here to stay. And I think that is transforming the way consumers are thinking today. They're not likely to go to Google in the near future. They're likely to go to anything that is more ChatGPT-like. And that's a phenomenon that we're seeing here. Now, with that, let me start my presentation. And this anecdote is telling us that 7 out of 10 customers today are actually looking for some kind of advice, some kind of a guidance when they're buying some things, either online or offline, right? So that's the nuance. And why is that? Exactly what I was telling you about my son. And here somebody is saying, hey, I have dull skin, I want a product that gives me a glow. However, I'm allergic to vitamin C. Can you suggest some products which are good for me? Or somebody is saying, I'm looking for a new skincare routine. I have this kind of skin. Can you help me? Or I'm going to this wedding reception. What outfit I should be wearing? This is the kind of nuance people have, and this is how people are going to ask questions, and brands are expected to respond to this. And now, in fact, what I did was I didn't want to use that entire complex situation. I just quickly, sort of went to a website and just put this question. I have a dull skin. I want a product that gives me a glow. And this is what it comes with. Oops, and then some irrelevant products there. And I went to another website and tried another example here. And here, I'm saying, so there's a reunion party with this theme. Can you suggest me an outfit? Right? This is not complex at all. But right now, for technology, the existing traditional technology is too complex. It comes back with an hourglass and a pillow cover and stuff like that. So it's totally meaningless and totally putting the user off your website, and they're likely to run away, right? And that's where your drop-offs come in. Now, exactly at this intersection, Flyfish is born. And Flyfish offers consultative sales experience and at scale and everywhere. That means every digital touch point, not just your website, but everywhere else. And ideally, to understand the customer context and nuance, in the way they want to express and provide personalized actually recommendations and advice. That's what Flyfish does. Now I'm going to, and of course it applies across various industry verticals, whether it's fashion, beauty, jewelry, food and beverage, even banking and financial services across the board, right? So we're already implementing this for several retailers and online commerce retailers around the world. Now, and as I was saying, every interaction can also be turned into an opportunity for sale, right? And then whether it's we can spring it up from your Facebook ad, or somebody coming to your website, we can do it. If somebody's coming from WhatsApp, we can do it. If you're sending an email communication, we can do it out of that. So everywhere we can do this. Now, let me show you. This is the photography advisor that we're building for a large US retailer, and let's see how it works. Here I've asked a question, which is, I'm doing a wedding shoot, I'm a beginner, can you suggest a few DSLR cameras under 3K? There are a lot of intents there, right? And it comes back with these suggestions and says, it also says, why am I recommending these cameras, right? The Flyfish is saying, why are these recommended? Also at the side, it's also providing, you may also like some other products there, right? And now the question is, can you suggest some lenses for this camera? And it comes back with some lenses, and it tells you why these lenses are actually, presented. Now, then not just these product recommendations. How can I capture the night sky with stars? Now it gives you advice. So it's not like at one end, it's behaving like a store associate saying that, hey, what do you need? Okay, this is my budget, and then actually fetch products and then show in front of you, right? It's like a virtual AI-powered store assistant. But beyond that, an advisor or an expert, right? Saying that, in fact, most of the store associates are not that experts, right? I mean, they don't have that product knowledge that is required, right? So and imagine an advisory role that they have to play. They cannot, right? So even Apple geniuses don't have that kind of product advisory capabilities. Here, we can actually provide advisory capabilities and say, hey, this is how you actually shoot night sky with stars, step-by-step instructions. So you go beyond, and not just product recommendation. I am your expert. I'm your at service. I'm at your service, and I'm your consultant. I'm your advisor, and that's what we're trying to do here. Now, similarly, another example that I want to play here in the cosmetics world. Again, we're building it for one of the large cosmetics major in the world, and here the question is, I'm using one of the earlier. I'm looking for a new skincare routine. And then now it asks me a question, what's your skin type? And then, do you have any concerns? And I would say, I have combination skin, and I've been experiencing some dry patches and occasional breakouts. As contextual as you can. And it fetches a few products and tells you why are these being recommended. One is an exfoliating cream, and why is it useful? Another is a facial cleanser, why is it useful? You can actually build an entire routine for you, right? And I'm asking the second question, which is not exactly about the skin, but I'm saying, I'm going to this wedding reception, I'm wearing this long magenta dress with gold embroidered scarf, what makeup products that you suggest for me, right? And here it says that the graphic glitters, and then metallic, long wear cream, and it's actually defining that since you're wearing this gold embroidery, and then there's this magenta, glittery, and wedding reception, it's actually matching stuff that's right for you, right? So that's the beauty of Flyfish, and this can be done for any product, and it can also be done in offline situation. For example, if somebody walks into your store, and what happens is there are store associates and people, we've seen this in one of the large multi-brand electronics retailers. I've experienced this personally, and we went to this store, and then there is this specific brand corner, and there, any question you ask, that guy didn't know anything about it. Just pure technical specifications of that product. So now, what's the point of that store associate? Instead, we can put a QR code there. People can actually scan it, and then a virtual store assistant, come advisor, springs up on your mobile phone, and you can ask all the questions. At the same time, you're actually having a hybrid experience with a real store associate, who can actually help you in some ways, and then you're also having this particular experience, and you can actually carry it home and continue that conversation, and thereby you can actually come back and then probably even push more offers or some kind of deals, and then have that entire repeat cycle of experience with that person. So my job as a CEO is to increase your sales and let your company grow, and that's number one priority for Flyfish. Second is cut your customer acquisition cost, and third is increase your NPS, thereby allow loyalty, repeat purchase, increase wallet share, and so on. So this is Flyfish. This is what we do, and I'd love to have, if there are any questions, probably I could take a couple of them.
Yeah, hi, this is Sandeep. So, I mean, like you mentioned, like, you might be building a model for a particular use case, right? The biggest problem that I have seen these kind of product getting failed while the implementation is the training part. Training part, right? So, I mean, that is the most cumbersome job that people avoid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you have some sort of a peripheral product wherein, like, I've got my e-com website and you can crawl through that and and train my model automatically?
Well, we have built domain-specific models, and that's proprietary to us, using which we can actually make the implementation seamless and breezy for you. For example, if you have a product catalog of 500 products, we can actually ingest that into Flyfish in 7 minutes and deliver an experience. That's the speed that we're talking about here. So implementation of those 3-month, 4-month, 6-month kind of implementations are passé. We don't do that. We want to do very quick, build a pilot for you in just a week's time, depending on the complexity that you have, and then give you for testing. And then probably refine it and then roll it out to customers and then A/B test it and see how it is performing and how it is actually helping your customers. How is it actually sort of aligning itself to the changing consumer behavior that we're witnessing today.
All right. Apart from that, one more use case, like, you showed in wherein you are typing phrases onto the search bar itself. So, I mean, I've got, say, e-com website wherein I want to have both these experience together, wherein like my normal search engine should work as is, and in case if my search engine is not able to answer it, or the combination of two, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
no, you're bang on. In fact, that's the way people want to try it out right now. It is coexist, right? So we're not replacing your site or search or anything. You can continue to have it if it is working for you, right? This we can come in as in fact, in the photography retailer's case, what we're doing is we're calling it a AI photography advisor. And it's like a button which is like in red on top of the website next to the search bar. So the people who want to typically go and do the search, they can do it. In fact, if you go and put DSLR cameras under 3K, it won't take it because it doesn't understand 3K. It understands probably DSLR cameras. If you put in DSLR cameras, it's throwing up 10,248 results. So that is the pain that people are experiencing. And of course, there are a dozen filters. The search and filter world is shaky, right? It doesn't help. In getting to the right product faster. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, please.
Hello. Yeah, my concern was that how it will be tackling how the keywords will be tackling on basis of the open-ended questions. Like giving an example, the example of sand which you showed within that presentation. Within that, when a specific person search for sand and thing, then he shows that time that gift and also. So if I'm asking that I want to go to marriage and I want the theme is of sand. So what he will suggest, either the clothes with the sand design on it or the gift of sand, which we are going to give in marriage or
Great question. Like in fact, so the keyword based search, that's why search sucks. It doesn't really, in fact, you go to any website out there in the world and search with a few keywords, it's likely it won't work, right? At least 90% of the search search engines on world's e-commerce or even otherwise websites fail. Take it for granted because I've done this research. Now, even Google right? If you ask, you have these million results, right? They are trying to get to the right answer. That's a journey. It's going on for a long time. Even they are on a shaky ground right now because of the keyword perspective, because of ChatGPT, right? So the generative AI, the way it looks at it is it looks at the entire context. And then based on that context, it sort of derives certain embeddings. Based on that, we will actually fetch the right products. Now, in this case, I said, the theme is sun, sand, and surf, and suggest me an outfit. Then, and then it is looking at, okay, there's a theme, understanding of the theme, and this sun, sand, and surf. That means it's a beach thing. That means it is summer-like situation, and probably it's not like the kind of clothes that you wear in winter. So it's summery, and and then probably when it's summery, it's floral, and it's beach, right? And it's like it sort of looks at these word embeddings and brings it all together, and then makes a suggestion of probably a nice floral dress for a beach kind of a party. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And please reach out to me. My email ID is Shridhar with sh.marri@flyfish.ai, and we would love to engage and have a conversation.